Howdy fellas, it's that time of the year again where we recap everything that went down, this time for the year of 2024. What's funny is that this year went by so fast that I forgot to make this video because it didn't feel like a year since that last recap, but here we are. This video will go just like all the other ones where I just yap about how things went, but instead of going month by month, I'm just gonna list all of the important stuff that happened in the year by chronological order. Alright, with that said, let's get this year on the road! Starting with January, where I completed Invisible. I went over the production during my 2023 video, but basically the short story is that it was a nightmare and I am quite happy to have it behind me. A couple weeks later, my cube turned 5 years old, which is insane by the way, and I updated all of the sprites. Most people don't really notice a difference, but I personally love it. The cube has so much more character now in his expressions, and I love the bevel his body has as it gives him more dimension. Also, what's funny is that my AV teacher at the time let me submit the video as an assignment for the class, and he was so angry that I purposely left the Envato Elements watermark on the video because I literally own the subscription, but chose not to use it for comedic effect. I don't know why, but that's just become a core memory, and I love it. Anyway, I also turned 17 this year, which was scary. I'm only 17, yet I'm already tired 24/7. What does that say? Also, Keller Film Festival this year was a lot of fun, and both Vlog Announcement 2023 and Invisible won awards, which was super awesome, and it inspired me a lot to work on both my professional films and my silly films. Vlog Announcement winning an award felt extra special to me as that film is more based on my silly imagination, so the fact that it won an award made me so happy, and it just goes to show that no matter how stupid something you make is, it is always special. That festival was a huge helpful push to help inspire me to work on Vlog Announcement 2024, which, by the way, let's talk about that. Yeesh, where do I even begin? Vlog Announcement 2024 has to be the most I've ever stressed myself out to make a film up to this point. During the month of May, I would spend day and night working on this film, and it was annihilating me. I talked about this a lot during my director's commentary and my community posts, so I don't plan on talking about it too much here, but basically, this film broke me, and even though I am happy with the final result, that feeling of dread working on it never leaves me when I watch it back. Anyway, on a lighter note, on May 24th, 2024, after finishing Vlog Announcement, I had never felt more free in my entire life. Summer break had just started and I felt like a god in charge of my own life. And you know what I did with that power? Streamed Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked, and it felt amazing. Can I just rant for a second? I loved Fortnite Wrecked, and just Chapter 5 in general. I loved the map, and the map changes in each season, with the exception of Season 4, and I loved how they actually experimented with the core gameplay formula of Wrecked. I'm glad it didn't last forever, but Fortnite Wrecked was by far one of my favorite seasons as each game felt like an absolute thrill ride, which was perfect for a summer season. Anyway, tangent aside, shortly after Wrecked started, I left for 16 days to go to Disney World and Buffalo. Those trips were so incredible, and I would go into more detail, but I vlogged both of those trips, and I am still working on those to this day. The Disney vlog alone is over 9.5 hours of footage, but I promise I will get it out relatively soon. However, the trip that felt the most special to me was when me, my brothers, and my mom went out to a cabin in the middle of a random forest in Arkansas for a couple days for 4th of July. I don't know why, but this trip was so incredibly special to me. Maybe it was the fact that we could see the Milky Way night sky, maybe it was the fact that I properly used UEFN for the first time, which was magical, and it was where I got most of Yeet Battle Royale Chapter 2 Season 1 done, but what I think made it so special to me is that I was physically separated from the outside world. I mentally separated myself from all my outside responsibilities just for a couple days, but physically I was away from everything and I just relaxed. It was truly beautiful. I don't know what else to say. Cabins, man, I love them a ton. Another transformation I went through during the summer was thanks to my friend Annabelle. And yes, it's the Miku obsession. Yes, I fell in love with Hatsune Miku this year, and it was a transformation I did not expect. I began listening to her music, I bought Hatsune Miku plushies, and I truly became a Miku fan. And Miku is coming to Fortnite next year, and I'm so freaking excited. In August, I began my final year of high school, senior year. And can I just say that saying that out loud feels so surreal. I started this channel in elementary school, and now I'm about to go to university. That's just wild to me. This will be my final year of school. What's funny is, the first weekend of school, the live event to conclude Yeet Battle Royale Chapter 1 happened, and the game was shut down for 3 weeks until that fateful day, September 7th, when it was published for the world to see. And people loved it. On its first day alone, it had 272 players, and that's not even the best performing day anymore. The performance of this game has been amazing, and I am so incredibly grateful for all of you for playing my silly little game. 2025 will be a big year for Yeet Battle Royale, and more UEFN experiences to come. Stay tuned. Also, the Murder Drones finale happened, which was really cool. My personal opinion is that it's my least favorite episode of the series, because it under-delivers on all the stuff that built up to the episode, but at the same time, the animation is gorgeous, the action is great, and it's still a fun time to watch. It just felt a bit out of tone for the ending of Murder Drones, of all shows. Anyway, yeah, we hit 500 subs this year. That's a number I can't fully process, cause that's just wild. Thanks to everyone who still watches my videos, from the stupid to the even more stupid. Y'all have been here all the way, and I couldn't be more thankful. I've been working hard on the things I announced, and yes, that includes Magical Odyssey. Here's a sneak peek. Yep, that's all you got. I'm looking at my notes I took over the year, and one of the sections just says Fortnite Jetpack. I guess the jetpack was so atrociously overpowered that I felt the need to dedicate an entire section of this video to it. That's just sad, but so real at the same time. If you played Absolute Doom, you understand. Anyway, I started work on the film Reverie this year, and it was around this time when I began filming it. And while it was tough, it was nowhere near as bad as Invisible, as I had a director of photography alongside me, so I didn't have to touch the camera once. And additionally, I just learned a lot about directing from Invisible, so this wasn't so bad. However, it was still a struggle, and editing it down to 5 minutes for my UT application took many hours. But you know what? I did it, and I had a blast enjoying Halloween with my good friends. Oh boy. Now we have to talk about the worst part of the year. Can't have the good without the bad. Okay. During the latter half of November, I had to have surgery on my nose to remove my adenoids so I could breathe, and more importantly, cure my sleep apnea. This surgery scared me so much, as I hadn't had a single surgery since when I was 3 years old, so I had no idea what it was like. The IV, being given anesthesia, all of it was terrifying to me. And on that fateful morning, I was so incredibly terrified that my heart rate reached levels I never knew it could reach. This was worse than a panic attack, as it was a feeling of inescapable horror and dread. And that morning scarred me, and it still kind of scars me now. When I got home, I was just in tears, as that feeling of stress was like traumatic to me, and it made me feel terrible. The hardest part of recovery from that surgery wasn't the pain it brought to my throat, but the damage it did to my ability to think straight. It was terrible, but like all things, I recovered. I couldn't have done it without my supporting friends though, so if you're watching this, thank you very much for helping me not just get through this, but every other hurdle this year. Y'all really helped me out, and I appreciate it. Anyway, for the first time in my entire life, I could finally breathe through my nose. Yippee! And that was magical. I can't describe how good it felt to finally feel the benefits of that nightmare, and it helped me recover mentally a lot. Anyway, sorry for yapping. Let's get back to the fun stuff. Lots of Fortnite stuff happened in December, such as the Chapter 2 Remix Finale event. That event was super cool, and I loved how it transitioned to Chapter 6. Best event since Big Bang by far. After that event, Chapter 6 Season 1 dropped, and I freaking loved it. I still stand by what I said, where I believe that Chapter 6 Season 1 is the best Fortnite has ever been. From the map to the mechanics to the movement to the loot pool, everything just felt so good. And the sprites are so cute and I love them and I want them in real life right now. Please just nerf the sword, please. Like, that thing is way too overpowered. But besides that, I would say this is a perfect season. Also, a week later, the Unleashed live event happened, and that was fantastic. I loved watching it live with my friends, and that was a blast. And the fact that we had to make a decision that would steer the course of the entire chapter was so much fun. Then, a week later, after we chose the Fire Prism to be unleashed in the live event, Chapter 2 Season 2 Elemental Warfare released, and it came with the biggest day in Yeet Battle Royale history, with 278 players. Truly numbers I cannot fathom, especially for the second published season of the game. Thank you all so much for that. Anyways, that's basically it. Winter break rolled around, Reverie was basically finished, and I got to relax. And it was great. We went to Great Wolf Lodge, enjoyed a wonderful Christmas, and now we're here. Looking forward to 2025. The year where everything changes. I have no idea what my life is going to look like a year from now. I don't know if I'll be with the same people. I don't know if I'm going to keep making videos. I don't know what my day-to-day existence will even look like. But there's one thing I can say, and that's that I am thrilled. Thrilled to conclude vlog announcement, thrilled to continue supporting Yeet Battle Royale, thrilled to work on a 12-episode series, thrilled to graduate from my school and go to university, and thrilled to step into the new chapter of my life. We are all moving forward together, and I think that's beautiful. So let's sit back and look forward to what's to come in 2025.